Zara McDermott has said she wrestled with the fear of opening up approximately her time on entirely moving since she dreaded public backlash and victim shaming, taking after her previous proficient accomplice Graziano Di Prima's exit from the show. It was affirmed at the end of the week that the Italian artist is no longer portion of the 2024 proficient lineup, and Di Prima has said his intense energy and assurance to win might have affected his preparing regime. Documentary producer McDermott, who was matched with Di Prima in the most later arrangement, said in an explanation she dreaded the public's reaction when talking almost her time on the appear in the midst of affirmations of verbal and physical manhandle towards her. In an Instagram post on Tuesday, the Adore Island star started, "I felt it was right that I post something with respect to the later media reports. Entirely is one of the most enchanted appears on TV and one that I envisioned of being on since I was a small girl. When I was welcomed to be a contender on the appear, it truly was a childhood dream come genuine. I completely caught on the level of commitment and difficult work that entirely was going to be, and I committed everything to it. I am a flexible individual and I was completely arranged to put in anything it took. And so much of my entirely encounter was everything I might have imagined of. The whole generation group and everybody behind the scenes as well as my individual contenders were so astounding to work with. However, my encounter interior the preparing room was exceptionally diverse. Reports have been made almost my treatment on the appear, and there were witnesses to a few occasions, as well as recordings of specific episodes which are fantastically troubling to watch. I have wrestled with the fear of opening up. I was frightened almost open backfire. I was frightened approximately my future. I was frightened of casualty disgracing. But after a parcel of discussions with those I adore, I've picked up the quality to confront these fears, and when I was inquired to talk to the BBC, I talked candidly approximately my time on the show. The culture inside our society makes it troublesome for individuals to talk up, particularly in a world where social media suppositions and voices are so boisterous. This is something I've seen through working with endless ladies on my documentaries." McDermott also thanked the BBC and BBC Studios, which make Strictly, for their swift action and incredibly high level of support. The BBC has said if issues are raised with it, it will always take them seriously and act swiftly as appropriate. McDermott's articulation comes as insiders uncovered that Di Prima is said to be planning to take off the UK, arranging to begin over again in Italy with his spouse Giada, who stars on the Italian form of Strictly. A source told The Sun that the artist has gone into covering up, claiming Graziano is petrified and in a terrible put. The insider told the outlet he is being backed by his spouse Giada and they are arranging to pack up and move back to Italy. This has murdered his career dead and he knows it. Going back to Italy for an unused starting is what is best for him and Giada. Di Prima declared his flight from the program on Saturday, at first without giving a reason for his exit sometime recently the Another series. Then on Sunday, Di Prima, 30, issued an explanation tending to the affirmations, "I profoundly lament the occasions that driven to my flight from entirely. My seriously energy and assurance to win might have influenced my preparing regime. Respecting the BBCHR prepare, I get it's best for the appear that I step absent." Whereas there are viewpoints of this story including outside impacts that I can't talk about at this time, I stay committed to being solid for my family and friends. I wish the entirely family and the BBC nothing but victory in the future. I moreover need to thank everybody who has upheld my career, both professionally and by. When the time is right, I will share my story. Made in Chelsea star McDermott was dispensed with nearby Di Prima in the 5th week of the appear final year.